We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Belicio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Belicio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Belicio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at beliciofoods.com/careers.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV. Jennifer here, of course, to start off your pre-Christmas Thursday. James, oh, it's not funny. This is what I get for making fun of him all last week for sounding like a prepubescent teenager, and now I do. So, no offense, guys.
That's all right.
No, we have some special guests in the house today, and then our good friend Pete Wilson will be here a little bit later to do some news. So I never know what he's going to get into. But we have our friends from the YMCA here, and we are going to talk about a holiday basketball tournament that you guys have coming up, and I think that's on Christmas Eve, right?
Yes, it is.
Very good. All right, so before we start, please introduce yourself so everybody knows who you are.
I'm Jaden Sales.
I'm Ty Brorman.
Wayne Fout.
All right, and what affiliation do y'all have with the YMCA?
I'm the sports director at the Y, and these guys are my sports coordinators that help out with anytime we do leagues, tournaments, anything like that.
Okay, very good. So you're the helpers.
Yeah.
Does that mean like you're the elves?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Basically.
We should probably put him in an elf suit or something.
Yeah. He's like saying a word like the elf.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's...
I'm as old as saying this. So we should do that.
Oh, I want to see you guys' dance moves first. See if you...
No, it's
No?
too early. It's too early for dance moves.
Well, they don't have any problem running their mouths about, basketball and whatnot, so I think they should have to dance. About how good they are and whatnot, right?
Sounds good to me.
No shot.
I can't, dude. I'd dance you after call squad, so we'll leave that
No.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so fun. Well, so honestly, no, is this the first ever like holiday basketball tournament?
Oh, I mean, this is the first one that we know of, right?
Yeah, it's the first holiday.
It's the first one around this time of the year, but we had one in the summer. It was July 30th, and we had like 22 people.
It was like really good.
22 teams, yeah. So we're hoping it's going to be just as good. And we're also hoping that the weather, applies with.
It's going to be fine.
What I mean?
It'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, we can all put coats on. It's fine. If it's cold, it's fine.
Yeah.
And we're not going to get a lot of snow, so don't worry about it.
I hope not.
No, it'll be good. All right. So, how did this holiday basketball tournament come to be, and what's the point?
Our CEO, Timothy Harvey, wanted to have a holiday basketball tournament to help get proceeds from the tournament to put towards putting a new curtain up in our gyms. And the curtains are very expensive, so anything we make off this tournament, beyond paying our referees and our scoring officials, will apply towards the curtain, and we'll have a new curtain in the gym.
And why is a curtain important in the gym? Like a curtain, like
a divider.
okay.
Kind of,
I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Are you having
it's a
plays
big-
in there or what?
No, it's a big mechanical divider. Like sometimes we'll have, when Zumba has their classes there, they have half the gym. We drop that divider so we can maintain the other half of the gym for open court basketball.
I see. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, and so you all are, so this is the best time ever to come play in this tournament because there's a brand new floor,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah.
It is very good.
Very,
Yeah.
very
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
A little bit different. You dribble the
It's a
ball
little
and
bit-
it doesn't go one way or the other.
Yeah, it's a little different than the tile flooring that we've had for the past 15 years. So it was really nice because we got a lot of support from the community for that flooring. So we want to appreciate everyone that donated to that too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is a 3-on-3 tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so who all is can enter? What are the rules? Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, it's 16 and over, male or female. It's been called a co-ed tournament, but we don't want to have that being misconstrued as you have to have a female or a male on your team. It can be all
Okay.
male, all female. You can have a mixture of male and female on your team. There's no requirements. Just 16 and over. The coaches representative meeting starts at 8 in the morning, seeding at 9, and then the tournament starts right after seeding.
Okay, and this is Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Yes.
So, but there's a lot of family stuff that goes on Christmas Eve. So what are the hours of this tournament going to be?
We hope to be done no later than 4. And 4 is the absolute max. So
Okay.
probably around 2 to 3 would probably be my guess of when the tournament's going to be over. And that just depends on how many teams we have.
Sure.
But more than likely, 2 to 3, latest 4. So
Okay.
you still have time in the evening, to go home, shower, go to your family meal by 6 or 5:30.
Okay.
So
It is single elimination too,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't take that long.
Oh, so if you're a big fat loser, you can be home by like,
By
10.
probably 11:15.
You never know.
Yeah. Good.
We're so mean. No. Okay, so you're hoping for how many teams?
We really don't have a number of teams. I mean, we'd like to have what we had the last tournament. We'd love to have 20 teams.
Sure.
10, 15, 20 teams. Just signed up a team last night from South Bloomfield. And so it's
No
not,
way. Cool.
it's one team from Meggs is coming, and I think we got 2 or 3 from Oak Hill.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see more teams sign up and just be competitive, have some fun.
Yeah.
And that way, this will be our last tournament of the year, and would love to see a big crowd out there. No matter how cold it is out there, it's not going to be cold in the gym. The last tournament we had was in the summertime. We had the air on full blast, and we were still dying in there sweating. So yeah, it not going to be an issue with the cold.
No, not going to worry about that.
Just want everybody to have a good time and then have something to talk about. Plus the $1,000 prize would help
Yeah.
greatly at paying off Christmas debts and whatnot.
Did y'all hear that? $1,000 prize.
And that
To
goes
the-
to the first place team, the team that wins the tournament, and that'll be presented that day.
It's cash too.
Cash prize. So then you can do some last minute Christmas shopping, right?
Yep. That's the whole. And that's part of the reason why we kind of did that was because we realized it's holiday season, so there's a lot of people are buying stuff. So that cash prize, we feel like it's a pretty good incentive for people to want to come out and play. So
Okay. That's awesome. So, all right. Well, man, that sounds like a really good time. All of us eat too much during the holidays. You're probably going to have, well, see, yesterday we decided it was not ham, it was turkey, right? On our survey. And yeah. Do you guys eat carrots for Christmas dinner?
I don't eat carrots in general.
I don't.
See, I think that so we had a game show on here yesterday and we were playing Family Feud, right? And it was the top like 5 Christmas dinner items. And number 2 was carrots. And we were like, what?
I didn't do the survey, so don't blame me.
Yes, you did.
I mean, I pulled it off the internet, but I didn't conduct the survey.
So I took umbrage with the fact that people would eat carrots at Christmas dinner. I just think, no.
I don't even think I have carrots in the house, but I mean, it's a ham dinner.
That
for
would have to
Christmas.
be like an absolute last
Yeah, that's-
resort. I
Yeah.
don't even. I'd rather eat anything else.
Mashed
Yeah,
potatoes
right?
or like rolls or something.
Mashed potatoes
popcorn
was
would
on
be
the list.
better.
Mashed potatoes was the number. Well, potatoes was the number one answer.
Potatoes,
That's what I'm
gravy
going
was
for.
on the
Yeah.
list. And then, so are you guys ham or turkey for for Christmas, not
Ham.
Thanksgiving?
Ham.
Ham. I'm a ham
Yeah.
guy.
I'm a
Strictly
sides
ham.
guy. I'm just weird. Like I don't know. I'm not going for either. I don't know why.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
talking Big Mac or something, probably.
It's something crazy. Oh, and for the tournament, if you want to practice for it on Thursdays, we also have men's league 6 to 8.
Tonight.
If you want to try to guard
Oh.
me and Ty.
Yeah.
So can you
try and guard us?
Ah!
No, we're not very good. We're just kidding. We're horrible.
All right then.
Tubers.
We're gonna
He
have
went there. He
Yeah.
totally went there.
they're going to wear their muscle shirts and
They think they're going to show you up. So
It's going to get real. It's going to get real.
y'all want to come up 6
You
to
can
8
call
tonight and try to take these goofballs
Call him
on?
out.
Have at it. So is that just like an open gym kind of situation?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
It's reserved for men's league every Thursday night. We're in the process of changing that to 2 days a week because we've had such a large turnout. Last Thursday, 50 plus.
I mean, we at least had
And
40
it's
at
very
least.
There was so
competitive.
many
If you
people
can't
in
play
that gym.
basketball, I don't suggest you showing up because these guys get out there and they get after it. They take this serious. And they have a great time, but it's serious.
Looks like they're playing for like pink slips.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
insane.
Seriously.
For pinks. Okay, well, very good. And try to guard these yahoos.
Yeah.
See if you can.
Try.
You can
They
try.
say that you can.
And one other thing, if you sign up and register for the 3-on-3 tournament, please bring 2 different colored shirts. And the reason why we say that is when we're playing 3-on-3, it's for the referees and also for the scoring officials. If everybody's wearing red, it's kind of hard to figure out who's shooting the basketball. So bring 2 different colored shirts. That way, if you're playing a team that's got the same color, one of you can change shirts and we can tell the difference.
Okay, so each team, everybody on the team bring two different colored shirts.
Yeah.
You know, same color, like
same-
all black and all blue, something like that.
Okay. That makes total sense. And then again, ladies, gentlemen, welcome. Try to take on these yahoos, see what happens. You guys gonna play?
In the tournament?
Yeah.
No, we can't.
No,
We're just running the
You
tournament.
scared?
No,
You
we're
scared?
running the tournament. No.
Well, we don't want to have a conflict
Yeah.
of interest. We're running
We'll
the
take the
tournament,
conflict.
so we don't want somebody to think if they would happen to win,
Oh,
these
come
2
on.
guys,
now.
then
They're
it would be
scared.
like, wow, you guys set the tournament up. And
We didn't
you
even
know.
play basketball like at all and growing up, really.
so we're
like,
straight like
we're straight off the street anyway.
Hillcrest Hoopers.
We wouldn't win anyway.
Hillcrest Hoopers.
That's how it
That
is.
could be your team name.
There you go.
Bring back the OG people.
Yeah, I like it. Very good. No, okay. So how do you sign up for this tournament to win the $1,000?
You can call in to the Wyatt at 740-286-7008. Register online, register by phone, or you can come in person and register. The only requirements we have for that is you give us your name and your age and a contact phone number, and then everybody on your team's name and age. That
Okay.
way we got a list of whoever's on your team,
Sure.
and we know what their ages are. Anybody under 18, we ask that you come in and sign a waiver and have a parent sign a waiver, just
Yeah,
for our insurance purposes for the Wyatt.
Yeah.
sure.
And
That makes
other than that,
total
it's
sense.
really easy to do. It takes maybe 3 minutes to register a team, and out the door you go, and you're ready to go.
That's right. And only $100 a team, not per person, but like $100 for a total team. Up to 5 folks on a team.
Up to 5, yes,
So anywhere between 3 and 5.
yes.
And that way you have some backups in case, somebody breaks a hip or something.
You know, they do get tired. The last tournament we had, they played for 12 hours.
That's a lot.
Now that was double elimination. This is single elimination, so we figure 5 to 6 hours tops, but that's still a lot of playing time.
This will go. It is.
So
Yeah. All right. Come run your mouths with these guys and see what happens. They say you can't guard them.
you,
Just saying.
you definitely can guard us. You definitely can.
You probably can.
Yeah. If you have legs, you can probably guard us. But
You guys are too much.
it sounded good.
and people that like to watch basketball, come out on Thursday night and watch these guys play. I'm serious. You'll have a ball in here. I sit and watch them for an hour and a half before I go home, and I have a ball watching them. It's fun.
Is there there's not any trash talking going on, is there?
Oh, there's
always,
plenty of
always.
it. There's plenty
Yeah.
of it. But that's just
Always.
part of the game.
But
just
it's
part
all
of
in fun. I mean, you sit there and hear these guys leaving, and you hear them screaming at each other during the game, and they're walking and going, "Come on, let's go get dinner."
Uh-huh.
And guys don't even know each other. They're going out to eat dinner together. So it's all in fun. It's just competition.
Sounds good. You know what I think you should do tonight after the game?
What's that?
I think you should go home and eat carrots.
No. No.
Oh, man. That'd be like the punishment if I lost.
Hey, man, it's good for your eyesight.
Yes.
You gotta have good eyes for basketball.
You know what? That's the biggest bunch of crap ever because all I ate when I was little was carrots and I can't see for squat. Just saying.
Well, we all get old.
Yeah, tell me about it. Go
He
get
could've gone
vitamins
like-
to make your eyes better.
Yeah.
Just go to Toro Loco for real.
He could have gone like 20
Oh,
years and not
okay.
said something about me
Shout out
being
to
old,
Roy.
couldn't he?
I didn't say you're getting old.
Shout out to him.
I just said we all get old.
Uh-huh.
It's different.
It's
I can't
different.
see. I can't see either.
That's true. He who wears glasses over there. All right. So, guys, is there anything else you wanted everybody to know? It's just like fun. Come out, have fun on Christmas Eve.
Absolutely.
Get some exercise and
Maybe win some money.
maybe win some money.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Girls and guys, just over 16.
Yep.
Whatever team you want to throw together.
Anything. Yeah.
Do you have to come up with cool team names?
You can. I mean,
Like jazzy ones?
just call yourself something, honestly.
yeah.
We have a couple funny names already, but
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
You want to give one out?
There's one team, it's called the
The
Bricklayers.
bricklayers.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You're going to be laying some bricks on the court.
Yeah. I guess we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that could be taken in a whole bunch of different ways, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. Literally or bricks.
But I can guarantee you this, they'll be dead serious about that tournament.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, if there's $1,000 on the line, I'd get real serious real
You
quick.
watch them
Yeah,
come
they're
in
gonna be-
smiling, and as soon as the first whistle blows, it's on. It's real. And then when it's over with, they walk out the door the same way they come in, whether they win or lose. I mean, it's just fun competition. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's something for our young adults and young kids to do around this area. At the wintertime, there's nothing to do.
That's right.
And so this gives you a little something to do.
That's right. Weather's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. It's just going to be cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like real cold.
Yeah, like
But you
in
can
the
get real
negatives.
warm in the gym quick.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, cool, guys. Anything else?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Show up tonight, get your little practice in, get ready.
Thank you guys for having us on, too.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very
Of
much.
course. It's our pleasure. Come back anytime and see us.
Sounds good.
All right.
We'll do.
Hopefully you'll, be a little more chipper there.
Get a little dance.
Mr.
going or
I haven't
something
been to
there.
bed yet situation.
I went to bed. It was just late.
Or early.
Yeah, I guess you call it that.
How's
There's a
Very
fine line between Saturday night and Sunday morning.
That's right.
I guess. I'm just not a morning person.
All right, get out of here. We'll see you.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Have a good tournament. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be good.
You don't want me playing in it because I suck.
We're horrible too.
I'll wind up.
You're horrible too. Uh-huh.
The squad come to get me or
The squad's going to come get him. All right. Well, Dylan has put the weather forecast up, and it is quite a doozy, as you can tell. So, yeah, today is Thursday, and honestly, it's looking pretty good throughout the day today until nighttime comes around. So expect maybe a few showers throughout the day today. Right now, it's a beautiful, it's a nice temperature. It's going to be about 43 degrees today. It's not cold out right now. But when night comes, here we go. And we will be dropping down to about 3 degrees overnight tonight. Tomorrow is just going to be not a very, shall we say, friendly day weather-wise. Some snow or rain, but obviously probably some snow, a little bit, falling overnight tonight into tomorrow. Highs tomorrow of only, that says 6 degrees. Lows on Friday night over into your Christmas Eve of 2. Warms way back up on Saturday to a balmy 16 degrees, and then lows of 6 there. And then Sunday on your Christmas Day, once again, highs of 18, lows of 7, and so on and so forth. And it's not looking the best temperature-wise, but the good news is I don't believe when everyone was talking about this blizzard situation and all that we are going to get a ton of snow. Maybe an inch or
I heard
or
9.
so.
I heard 9 inches.
I know, so have I.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're going to have to close our businesses on Friday because of the blizzard. I'm like, no, you're not.
No.
It's just, unless you're going to close because of cold, and that's possible.
Yeah.
But-
Well, Pete's here. I just sat down for a second to cover until he got here.
Well,
He's here.
we're glad you're here, James.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat some carrots.
You should help that eyesight. Well, come on over, Pete. Are you going to sing us some more songs?
I doubt it because I don't know the good ones.
Evidently, none of us do.
Okay. Wild. Okay.
Did Dylan show you his video that he made?
I know he did not.
Well, we'll do that off the air.
Okay.
It's kinda cute.
He's got a smile on his face, so something
He made a montage of our thing yesterday.
Oh my. Okay.
Of our Family Feud game yesterday.
Okay, that was fun. We'll have to do that some other time.
Yeah, maybe when Pete Wilson has a little more time on his hands.
Okay, that's okay. That was fun. We
It
had
was fun.
everything we needed except spiked eggnog.
I know.
That's right. I was.
That would have made it. We would have been so much more creative had we had that.
That would have been good.
Yeah. All right. So Pete is here. Just to let everybody know, the newspaper coming out a day early this week and next week.
Thank you very much. I was going to say that because it's a little weird.
Yeah.
The holiday, of course, the next two holidays are always a week apart. Christmas and New Year's fall on Sunday, but it still affects our work schedule and our publication schedule.
It does.
The paper will be dated Saturday, as it always is, Saturday, December 24th, and then the next week, Saturday, December 31st.
Okay.
But because of our printing schedule, we have to have it a day ahead of time, which means we're finishing it later today as opposed to Friday.
Okay.
So what that means is, it'll be weird, it's a Saturday paper, but it will be out actually late tonight, be on the newsstands late tonight, and it will go out in the mail Friday rather than on Saturday.
Okay.
But it will have the Saturday date on it, and we'll make the news as fresh as we can. But that's what we have to work with because of the holiday schedule for the print guys.
It's not necessarily you guys
at our printer.
It's the printers.
That's what it is this time, and so the same situation will be in effect next week. So if you do have some news to get to us, submission, you want us to get on something that's time sensitive, we're accelerated by 24 hours basically this week and next
get it
week.
in.
Right.
Quick.
Exactly. But once again, the Saturday paper will hit the newsstands late tonight.
Yes. So there you go. And it'll be too cold to go out tomorrow to get it. So
No, that's what they say. It looks like
it's not looking the best temperature wise.
It's going to be like midnight to 3 a.m. is when it's going to tumble 30 degrees or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
Go down to 3, highest 6 tomorrow. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I guess the big, we'll have to wait and see because sometimes the weather does odd things at the last minute and it all changes. But I guess the big threat is not so much snow. We know the cold is not good, but it's if there's moisture because of any rain today, talk about skating rink possibilities.
Oh, man.
Not because of freezing rain, but because of the moisture that is on the ground.
Yep.
Probably, on concrete sidewalks and like that.
Yep.
Even out on the roads, you will have to be very, very careful.
Very
even though
careful.
we maybe won't see any snow at all, but
That's right.
Could be very icy.
And don't forget, please, my preach this week, check on your friends, your neighbors that may have heating, issues, may or may not have the best. Please make sure your pets have plenty of water. They can't lick ice.
Mhm.
So, and make sure they have shelter to get into if they are outside pets. We have 2 heat lamps in our garage for our kitties, so
Right. Well,
they're okay.
You are good cat parents. But I tell you, the other thing, AEP Ohio has put out a couple news releases on that. Of course, that's they are one of the big electric providers
Yes.
across the state, including here in southeastern Ohio. A lot of our local residents are under AEP Ohio. They are concerned not only about the cold, but they are most concerned about 50-mile-per-hour winds, the gusts that
Yes.
could knock down power lines and
Sure.
like that. And if you have if you count on electric power for your heat or whatever,
Correct.
with the temperatures that we're going to see, you're talking about a very concerning situation. So it's best to kind of plan for that with emergency type preparations. Extra blankets, some food. If you have a generator, definitely make sure that it's all ready.
Yep.
Maybe even have contingency plans on somewhere to go if you need to,
Sure.
short term.
Yeah.
So, an ounce of preparation is worth a pound of cure, they say.
It is.
Because, it definitely, at the very least, we know we're going to get very frigid temperatures.
That's right.
And then, once again, the road conditions and then the winds could play havoc with the power.
It doesn't take long when it's 6 degrees outside for your house to get real cold.
Right, and exactly. And I think also if you're in a situation, some people are better off than others in this. If you're in a situation where your water pipes have frozen in the past, certainly that is a possibility there. So, it would probably be good to get some drinking water in some jugs,
Yep.
just in case, you're out of water and it's not easy for you to get out.
Yep.
So
You're right.
all sorts of things to
Just
to
be
think
prepared.
about
Don't
there.
panic. Don't go buy all the bread and milk at, Kroger, but
Right. I wonder if there's any soup beans on the shelf at all right now.
I don't know. Whew.
But between last minute buying for Christmas and pre-storm, and isn't this the case? I mean, it's always wise to stock up and all like that, but it seems like the first big weather event of the year, that is where it is the worst.
Everybody freaks out. And at Christmas time, it's even worse. So here's the deal. I have one little request. Stop standing in the middle of aisles and talking to each other.
Oh, yes.
Just get out the way.
Yes, exactly. And
People are trying to get through.
that's exactly right. Some people need to get home and so forth. But anyway, stay tuned to check your phones, check the radio, check the television.
Yeah.
Watch the weather situation because the conditions and what we're going to get, can change. It's not because the meteorologists are usually wrong; they're usually right. But it's just the weather changes.
You never know.
Exactly. All right, some other news to tell you about here as we head into the home stretch for the holidays. Once again, a mix of good and bad. At the top of the stack is a story that just, I think, blows your mind.
Okay.
This involves a former Gallia County 911 dispatcher and a former, actually, some 15 years ago, a former Jackson County deputy sheriff and dispatcher.
Oh, really?
He worked here.
Didn't know that.
His name is James A. Bartles, age 50, a patriot. That is in Gallia County. And this happened in Gallia County, but it has become a federal case for very good reason. James A. Bartles, a 50-year-old who, as we said, worked under John Chastain as a deputy. I remember I was in the news then, of course.
Sure.
He was a deputy as well as a dispatcher under John Chastain prior to when Ted Frazier took office. Not sure how long James was here. Folks knew him as Jamie. But he, in addition to being involved with the sheriff's office here, and later he moved to the Gallia County Sheriff's Office, which is his home county. He always had been involved with the Greenfield Township Fire Department, which is a small township just on the other side of the county line from Oak Hill.
Okay.
They're in the southwestern part of Gallia County. But anyway, Bartles is charged with setting 24 arson fires in the Wayne National Forest. This story broke yesterday. We've got a news release from the federal district court, and apparently James Bartles was going to get charged with at least one or two arsons, but he readily admitted to 24, setting 24 fires. Do you remember when we talked about all the fires in the Wayne National Forest? I am assuming there is a connection here.
Sure.
Because, they had trouble putting it out. There was a fire here and a fire there, and you didn't hear about any investigation or whatever, but it was just, it was a big fire, very hard to put out, especially with the conditions that were going on then. It was dry and windy and all. But this happened, this was what the investigation from the Ohio Division of Forestry was. They said that a truck registered to Bartles near the Wayne National Forest on October 29th, 2022, not very long, was observed on Dry Ridge Road. Within an hour, a fire was reported in the forest near Dry Ridge Road. In the days after, Bartles resigned from the Gallia County Sheriff's Office. I'm not sure if there's any connection with what he allegedly did in his resignation, maybe not, but he did resign from the Gallia County Sheriff's Office as a dispatcher in November 8th. Right after he resigned that position, 17 fires were lit in what it was now determined to be arson fires. He was seen at two separate locations in the vicinity of the multiple fire starts within minutes of when the fire started. Because of, I'm not exactly sure if he was seen setting the fire, but the circumstances were such that it didn't look very good.
Yes.
They interviewed him, and he admitted not only to the fires that he was being asked about, but he identified 24 arson fires for which he was responsible. And his trucks infotainment system data also placed him at the locations of each of the fire.
Oh,
More
boy.
electronic evidence. He is scheduled for a preliminary hearing in the United States District Court right after the new year on January the 3rd. And when he was interviewed about this situation, he said that he admitted to starting the fires with a lighter, and his purpose was to, quote, give the boys something to do. Also, he admitted that he has depression problems, and this was a distraction.
Okay.
So that's the story out of the Wayne National Forest. Can you imagine the
That might-
resources that were used, the human
Yeah.
resources, the financial resources of these smaller fire departments and even the Division
Yeah.
of Forestry firefighters
The safety,
trying
factor.
to fight that up in these deep woods in the Wayne National Forest, where I'm sure at some point along the way, they were even worried about personal property fires, structure
Absolutely.
fires.
That might be one of the most bizarre stories we've ever had here, Pete.
Right, it is, and
There's obviously a mental health issue, and that's very, very sad too.
right,
So there's
and,
like a lot of aspects to this story.
right, and then instead of this thing being really drawn out, because you're trying to prove something that you think may have happened on the authorities,
Sure.
Mr. Bartles admitted to all this,
Wow.
and
Okay.
not exactly sure what the charges or what the charges, the severity of the charges and what it could lead to, but it is through federal court, and in general, those offenses, the penalties for those offenses when they're filed in federal court are usually greater than they are in a local court.
Okay.
It is a federal crime.
Yes.
It sounds bad, and it is bad
Yeah.
as far as the
Right.
punishment. All right, other news to report. This was on the good news side. This is out of Vinton County. The administrator of the Vinton County Health Department, Janelle McManus, we have heard her name quite a bit the last several years because, of course, COVID, put the health departments at the front of the
Sure.
news. Well, she is a Ross County native who lives in MacArthur. She has worked at the health department there in Vinton County, I think since 2006.
Okay.
On Tuesday, the Ross County Health District named her as the new health commissioner in Ross County.
Oh.
So she's crossing the county line from Vinton into Ross. She is a Ross County native. And starting the first of the year, actually it will be February the 14th will be her first day.
Okay.
There is Janelle right there. We've had to deal with her a lot on the news side because of COVID. I will say this, Vinton County Health Department, very regular in reporting, the COVID statistics, keeping the public informed, working with the local officials, the
Sure.
schools and others on all this information when, the COVID was at its worst. But Janelle, I'm not sure whether they're going to be moving to Ross County or not, but obviously that's not very far from MacArthur
No,
to
not
Ross
too
County.
far, is it?
They're on Route 50. So congratulations to Janelle McManus. That story, by the way, is online now
Okay.
on the telegramnews.com.
So you can check
And-
that out.
And it will be, hadn't gone to print yet, but it will probably be on our front page as well because it's big news.
Yeah.
No news yet from the Vinton County Health Department about how succession will work.
I was going to
Remember,
ask you
she
that.
will be staying there until February the 14th. The news actually broke through Ross County. They wanted to announce the hiring. We contacted Janelle, and she is going to sit down for an interview with Red Thompson Jr. and talk about her decision to go to Ross County and, of course, her experience nearly about 16 years in Vinton County. She has not been the health administrator. That's the top position in Vinton County. She's not been in charge that long, about 2 years, but she was the deputy administrator before that, and she replaced Glenn Thompson as administrator when he retired.
Okay.
All right, some other news to report. This is on the economic development front. Of course, one of the big plants in Wellston for many years, and the older people certainly remember Frick Gallagher.
Yes.
Just a block from the main downtown area off of High Avenue on 2nd Street. Well, it is a vacant lot now.
Okay.
That building stood empty for some time. They finally got the money to demolish it, to create development space there with the vacant lot.
Yes.
Nothing has happened yet, but there is a new effort to get something to happen.
Okay.
And Wellston Mayor Charlie Hudson at the last council meeting talked about it. He informed Wellston City Council that a project aimed at finding a viable tenant for that 4 acres of land at Michigan Avenue and 2nd Street was in the works, and it is kind of like a collaboration with the Jackson Economic Development Partnership and and the CEO and president of the partnership, Sam Brady. Brady wants to be, according to Mayor Hudson, an active agent in trying to get a tenant for the Frick Gallagher lot. Brady wants to sign an agreement where the city sets a price and where he works as the front man to find a viable tenant, and then and the JCDP would get a percentage of the sale price.
Okay.
Charlie Hudson says, "Hey, go ahead. Nothing's happened for years,
Right.
So let's go for it."
What do we have to lose?
Right, and of course, when you're talking about the JCEDP being involved, sure, it could be commercial, but you tend to think more of something like a factory,
Yeah.
or something like that. If they're involved, but any development, of course, at that spot would be positive.
Love it.
The site has remained unchanged since demolition and cleanup efforts concluded over a decade ago. Didn't know it's been that long,
Oh,
but it
wow.
has.
That is a long time.
It has been. All right, Jackson City Council, Jennifer, want to let the folks know on this. They did pass their budget at the last meeting for the new year, and the city seems to be in good financial situation going into the next year. The budget is bigger than it has been in the past, but it's really not necessarily because of local spending. It's because they have the grant money. That becomes part of the budget. They've been able to get big grants, do infrastructure improvement projects, water and sewer lines in many different places. Most notably, contracts were approved at the last council meeting for the Mill Street project, there's 2 projects. One will
Yes.
involve putting in sanitary sewer lines. That neighborhood, or some parts of that neighborhood, actually do not have sanitary
Right.
sewer lines.
It's a septic situation.
Exactly. And, that is, not as good as having sanitary
No.
sewer service. And they're in the city, so they should have sanitary sewer service. But they're also going to do water line improvements too.
Okay.
The way it worked out, Southern Ohio Trenching and Excavating of Ironton got the contract for both jobs. They're separate contracts, but they're in the same neighborhood, and they can kind of go on at the same time. And it obviously will be efficient kind of with the same contractor doing it. Randy Evans, the mayor, says it's a win-win. They had the low bid. They're used to working with Southern Ohio Trenching and Excavating, and they're already going to be in that neighborhood. As a matter of fact, they are, for the greater part, done with a project from Wood to Mitchell Street that involves sewer line improvements there.
Okay.
There's sewer line there, but they are replacing older sewer line with newer sewer line. So all those things will be happening here when the new year starts. The next council meeting, by the way, will not be on the 26th, Monday. It's usually the 2nd and 4th Monday.
Right.
Because the 26th got a red letter by it, just like Christmas, because Christmas falls on Sunday.
Yep.
Council will not meet that day. They will meet on the 27th instead.
Okay.
And they hopefully will finish up year-end business. If they can finish everything, including some budgetary items that are very routine, but they have to be done before the end of the year. If they can get the votes to do emergency legislation, they'll wrap up the year. Otherwise, they may have to have a special meeting or two even after next Tuesday.
Okay.
All right, the city of Wellston, we want to let you know, we talked a whole lot about deer hunting and like that. Well, the city of Wellston is inviting deer hunters in to hunt in areas of the city, bow hunting now, not guns, bow hunting, because there are places in the city where there is a problem with the deer population. Around Ridgewood Cemetery is one of those areas.
Okay.
And it will follow state rules and so forth, and it will be a limited hunt. You have to apply and be accepted. Not sure how many hunters they're going to take, but the deadline to sign up for that is next Tuesday, December the 27th. They are calling it a lottery for deer archery hunting on designated city properties as a means to control the deer population.
Okay.
The drawing will be on December 27th. That's also the deadline. So if you're interested in having a chance to hunt in the city of Wellston, in the designated areas, bow hunting, just go to the city of Wellston's website, which is cityofwellston.org.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay, we want to tell you some other good news from the Jackson County Community Foundation. Now,
Okay.
they have not been around that long.
What the heck is that?
It is affiliated with the Foundation of Appalachia, Ohio.
Okay.
And it is a way for local people to donate to the community foundation. And then this money is then parceled out to entities in town in the county for good projects. The good news is this is the okay. That is some of the folks that were on the community foundation at a previous meeting. But those are folks that are on the community foundation. But they have awarded 4 grants for the next funding cycle.
Gotcha.
And the community foundation, the good news with them, if you donate to the community foundation, the FAO, the Foundation for Appalachian Ohio, which represents 32 counties in the whole Appalachian region, they will match dollar for dollar. So if you donate to the community foundation $100 will come from FAO.
Oh.
So each year, this local foundation, I'll tell you who the members are because they donate their time. The local members are Susan Stockmeister, John Jones, Carol Wright, Sandy Borden, Marilyn Boggs, and Kyle Exline. And this group recently got together and awarded 4 grants. I don't have the total on what those grants were, but the 4 entities that received grants were the Lillian Jones Museum, the Truth Sports Program, that John Moore that does the soccer and the football and the cheerleading out there on McCarty Lane, the Lillian Jones Museum and the new director Ashley Aldridge, and the Jackson City Library, and the Jackson County 4-H program.
Oh.
And they will use this money for different ways to improve their programs. Some of it may involve the purchase of equipment. Some of it will just support programming. But it will augment, the money that they already have. So the Jackson County Community Foundation, we want to thank them for what they do. There's also a community foundation in Benton County. We've not heard yet what the grants are for them this year.
Okay.
All right, we want to tell you about a big construction project that you probably won't notice, but it's going on already, and that is at the Jackson Middle School campus. The Center for Student Achievement building, which used to be the old VOAG building, right across Trago from the middle school. There it is. You probably, you have to kind of go through the Tropic Street intersection to see this clearly, towards where the gymnasium is.
Yes.
But it sits on the other side of the street from the main building. The Center for Student Achievement was in there in recent years. It's not in there anymore. But this will be the new site of the Ironman Clinic that is provided by the Adena Health System. The Ironman Clinic is currently in the middle school building, the main middle school building. This will put them in a separate place in this building. They got a $303,000 state grant to be able to fund this.
That'll do.
Construction is underway. You won't see much change, maybe not any on the outside, but a lot of renovation and changes inside.
Great.
I was able to step in there this week when I went over to take a picture of the building, and work is underway there. Not exactly sure when that will be done, but it should be sometime in 2023.
And I think a lot of people don't know that Ironman Clinic is kind of open to the public as
It
well.
is.
And people don't understand that.
That is the big message there. And it's gotten good reviews from the public, according to the school officials. And, it was mainly a way to bring extra medical care to the schools, not just the middle school, but the schools in general. But they wanted to also, be of service to the public. And as we all know, sometimes it's hard to get in to see the doctor.
Yes.
Well, this is another way to do it at the Ironman Clinic.
Great.
And they're thinking that maybe they'll get more foot traffic from the public now since they're in their own building. And if anybody is self-conscious about going into the main school building, that shouldn't be a problem anymore because this building will be just for the clinic.
I graduated from there. I don't want to go back. I don't want to have to write another paper.
Right, exactly. All right. Oak Hill Council, at their last meeting, I think we talked about this before, but they did go ahead and approve their utility rate increases. They still feel that their rates are more than competitive with a lot of the other communities in the area, but it amounts to about an 8% increase that will take effect on January 1st. This is water and sewer involved in this. Also, the garbage rates are going up a little bit, the garbage collection rates. Council also passed a pay scale ordinance, or they revised their pay scale ordinance to provide increases. They are particularly sensitive, I think, about attracting police officers.
Okay.
You know, the new pay rates for police officers will be $17 an hour if they're full-time officers, $16 an hour if they're part-time. The new pay rate for new full-time starting village employees will be $13 for the full-timers and $12 for the part-timers. There's also step increases built into the salary schedule as you get more experience. The Oak Hill Village Council will be meeting again on December the 27th. Some exciting things happening in Oak Hill. Remember, they got that neighborhood revitalization grant last year. A lot of the work is now taking place.
Yes.
It takes a while for these things to unfold, but some of the work will involve the replacement of 18 fire hydrants, which the Jackson Brothers Construction of Wellston got that contract. So that's another good thing.
Local, tie.
Local company. They will also be letting out bids for the West Main Street paving project. So a paving project is part of that neighborhood revitalization grant. They're also going to use some of the money to convert an old tennis court at the pool into a basketball and pickleball court. All right?
Cool.
And the other part of the grant, I think this has already happened, was for new playground equipment at Etna Park. All right. One of the things that Jackson City Council will probably take care of, doesn't seem to be a lot of controversy on this, is a ordinance revising the rules for using the Memorial Auditorium.
Okay.
A lot of public groups, private parties like to use the Memorial Auditorium. The city wants to have kind of more of a uniform approach on the use of the Memorial Auditorium, and that's what this ordinance would do if it is passed at the next meeting on Tuesday, as we said. The rental fees will be very low. They will be modest, but the habit of waiving fees almost automatically will not happen anymore.
Gotcha.
There are some groups that will be allowed to have it free. That includes city-affiliated groups and charities. But if you're renting it otherwise, I think you'll agree that this is pretty low. Private events will cost $20 for a 2-hour period. That's not much, is it?
I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
And $25 if you have food in there. Large private events that are 6 hours or longer will cost you $100 per day. If food is served, an additional $20 will be charged. And so their purpose, according to Service Director David Swackhammer, is, of course, they want to be uniform and fair with everybody on what they charge or they don't charge and who they charge and they don't charge. But all the money, this is the plan at least, that they get from these rental fees will go to make repairs. That building was built in 1937 and upkeep is necessary.
Yep.
And the idea is that this will cover some of those repairs that are needed.
Yep.
All right. There was a interesting competition that the Ohio Rise Group did. The Ohio Rise Group is in the building where Save-A-Lot is. That mall there where Save-A-Lot is, it's on the other side.
Gotcha.
The new Ohio Rise Group. And they had a contest between the Jackson City employees and the Wellston City employees. They challenged Jackson Mayor Randy Evans and Wellston Mayor Charlie Hudson to do it. They both were willing to do it. And the goal was for the city employees and city staffers to donate and wrap Christmas gifts, and then they would go to needy families.
Gotcha.
Well, it was a big success, and here are some of the staffers of Ohio Rise there with some of the Christmas gifts that in their hallway there. It ends up that they're going to be able to get gifts to 32 needy families in Jackson County.
That's awesome.
And they really appreciate the support of the two mayors. It wouldn't have happened if they didn't say, yeah, let's do this. And of course, the staffers, the city employees who were then asked to donate as well. So, by the way, they decided that it was a tie. Jackson and Wellston tied. But they did say the Jackson people were better gift wrappers.
Well, you must not have been there, Pete.
No, I wasn't there. But this, I know we've given you a lot of stories about, the Christmas spirit and the giving and all like that. This was another one, and we will cover this in Saturday's paper the day before Christmas. Just
Love
another
that.
another great example. There we'll have some good pictures. Jeremiah Shaver was there. Speaking of givers, Christ Church of Jackson, the former Christ United Methodist Church of Jackson, did their End Christmas Hunger packing event. That's where a lot of the church members, they get some community donations as well, and they pack bags of food for Christmas. All they did this week, they had a lot of youth come in and help on the pack, and here you see a scene of them working there in the Family Life Center.
Yes.
This year, they packed enough food to provide food for 300 families, and they estimate 1,100 people. So that is a big deal.
What?
They have been doing that for a long time. It goes all the way back. I remember this because I've been around a while, and I was related to the Henrys. The Henry family kind of got that going when they ran the grocery stores here in town, and it has continued full bore. So congratulations to everybody involved in that. Congratulations also to the Wellston Fire Department. They did their Firefighters for Kids toy drive. They affiliated, they got some help from Walmart, just like Shop with the Cop did.
Yes.
And they collected enough toys. There are the folks there with the Wellston Fire Department and Walmart also in that picture. They got enough toys to serve 245 children. You know, I keep throwing these numbers at you, but the Ohio Rise people told Jeremiah Shaver this because they're involved in social services. And they also work kind of regionally. They're aware of what's going on in the region and the statistics and all. They say there is no county like Jackson as far as giving at Christmas.
Good.
With the different things that go on.
That's not a bad thing, is it, Pete?
Right. And speaking of giving, we'll cross over the county line. The Vinton County Sheriff's Office did a toy drive, a Christmas drive as well. They asked people and local sponsors to step up, and they did a lot of the distribution work, identifying these families. They were able to serve 14 local families, and you see Sheriff Ryan Kane on the left, Chief Deputy Aaron Irvin in the center, and Deputy Michael Thompson on the right. So they gave up some of their time to take toys and gifts to needy families there in Vinton County. So congratulations to them. Very important note to put out from the Faith Lutheran Church. The Faith Lutheran Church, which is on Huron Street in Jackson, they do this project, another charity project, the third Friday every month. It's a toiletries giveaway. You know, you don't think, you think about toys, you think about clothing, but what about something essential like toiletries?
Yes.
You know, toothpaste, toilet paper,
Just
hygiene things.
all the things
Things that you gotta have
Yeah.
that maybe people don't think to donate. Well, they do a giveaway once a month on the third Friday. Anybody can come and they have this packet of items, toiletries that they give away. You just have to show up. Well, they saw the weather forecast too, and they're thinking that if they do this on this Friday, the 23rd, they're not going to get as many people. So they have bumped that back to the next Friday, December 30th.
Okay.
It will be from 1 to 2 p.m. So once again, the toiletries giveaway, the monthly toiletries giveaway at the Faith Lutheran Church in Jackson, bumped back from this Friday, the 23rd, to the following Friday, December 30th,
Gotcha.
1 to 2 p.m.
Sure.
All right, let's go to sports. We like sports, don't we?
We like sports.
There was a big event at the Jackson High School Commons yesterday. Remember Mr. Jacob Winters, the quarterback for the
Yes.
Jackson Ironmen, all-Ohio quarterback. We don't have a dossier of records. It just has not happened for Jackson High School. But from someone who has done statistics for a long time and done a little bit of research, I am almost positive that Jacob Winters would hold the all-time record for single season and career passing yardage and touchdowns. So that's
Absolutely.
how good of a player he
Yeah,
was.
he's good.
Well, yesterday they had a signing ceremony.
Oh,
He had
cool.
already committed. There he is, right there in the center in the Ohio University pullover. He is there with his family. There on the right on his left are his parents, Chuck and Lenny, and on his right is his twin sister Jade.
Oh, okay.
And in the back there, in red, not green, is Jackson High School head football coach Andy Hall. And we had the story, including
That's great.
a sound bite from Jacob Winters on the news. I think it will still be on there maybe one more time today, certainly
Cool.
at noon. But anyway, he
Proud
is
of
going to
him.
play at Ohio University right up the road. You don't have to go very far.
That's right.
And he wants to be the quarterback at Ohio University someday. He is very serious about it. He is graduating early and will enroll at Ohio University after after the Christmas holidays.
That's right.
To get a leg up, on getting ready. But all he did this year was pass for 1,855 yards, 19 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions. He also ran for 365 yards in the running game. He led his team to a overall 10-3 record. Deep in the playoffs, they won a Frontier Athletic Conference championship. So, Jackson has a lot of talent on their football team this past year, but, the quarterback position, obviously, very crucial.
It is.
And Jacob's been the quarterback. He's played quarterback for 4 years. He has been the starter for 2 years, and he played a lot in that position, even as a sophomore.
Yep.
So congratulations to Jacob Winters. Of course, when he gave a little speech up there with the signing ceremony, he talked about his teammate, his coaches, the support he had in the community. He didn't talk about him. Really good kid, Jacob Winters. So we wish him the best. Our multimedia sports journalist Brock Netter interviewed Jacob, and either in this paper or one next week, we will have a more in-depth story with comments from Jacob Winters as well as Coach Hall. All right, on the basketball scene, we're going 4-bore in basketball. We've had good weather, so we haven't had anything canceled so far. But
so far.
right, that probably could change. We do have games scheduled both tonight and tomorrow night, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
But some of the scores from last night, if you haven't heard them, unfortunately, we have to report that our Jackson Our Ladies lost their first game last night. Right, I saw this score and it surprised me. Unioto, which is, of course, they're by Chillicothe, they defeated our Iron Ladies 72-37.
What?
72-37. Now, I found out that Unioto hasn't lost a game and no one's come close to him yet.
Okay.
So they are 9-0. Jackson is 8-1.
Wow.
And, they are both Division II schools, nearly the same size, even though Unioto normally plays smaller schools in their conference. But the Iron Ladies are still in first place in the Frontier Athletic Conference, undefeated halfway through the schedule. So they have done very well. Also last night, congratulations to the Wellston Lady Rockets. They went down into the wilds of Lawrence County to play Sims Valley, and they defeated the Vikings 41-23. Also last night, the Wellston boys basketball team, they were at home. Todd Compson was there to cover, and I'm sure he'll have a report in Saturday's paper. The Rockets defeated Racine Southern 52-41. Other games of note, on Tuesday, the Vinton County boys, they've only lost one game with Coach N.J. Kite, now at the helm.
Right.
They really put it to Athens 65-31 on Tuesday.
Wow.
The Vikings have only lost one game, and guess what? Weather permitting, capital W, capital P, the Vinton County Vikings will be here in Jackson on Friday to play the Ironmen. The Vikings have lost only one game. Coach Max Morrow, with a young team where he plays several freshmen, are 3-3. So they're doing pretty good too. So that game will be on Friday, weather permitting, and of course it will be on the radio, WKOB 96.7 FM. Also, on the stream as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Also on Tuesday, Nelsonville York defeated the Rockets 60-39 in boys basketball, and so the Northwest defeated the Oak Hill Oaks boys basketball team 62-39. On Monday, we want to mention this, 2 local teams involved in girls basketball. The Vinton County Lady Vikings came to Wellston and won the backyard rivalry game 38-32. The Jackson Iron Ladies went up to Logan, played a big school Logan, and they won that game 57-47. And the Oak Hill Lady Oaks lost to Waverly that same night 59-15. So we want to remind you that, the radio, we had all that football. We've got even more basketball.
Oh, lots of basketball.
We cover
Yes.
a lot of the home games. We cover 12 boys games and 8 girls games for all of our 4 schools. I'm not sure you're going to find a broadcasting company, whether they have one station or 4 like ours, that do all that.
That's right.
You might get a game of the week or something like that, but we are really
we're
really
great.
invested in the sports broadcasting, and we thank everybody involved in that, from the very top, our ownership, to our general manager, Courtney Leach, to J.J. Hell, our director of radio operations, who is doing so much here on the radio side, and of course the broadcasters who are on the front lines there.
You got it.
We want to do a tip of the cap to one of our young board ops, Hayden Milliken. He goes down to the University of Rio Grande. He has a great voice, and
yes,
he does some PA work down at the schools too. But he got his chance to solo, so as to speak, do his first sports broadcast for Jackson County Broadcasting, which he did for a no-kill girls game. I listened to part of it, thought he did a great job.
He's got this voice. That kid opens his mouth, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, let's see. It's like he's on a microphone, and there's no microphone.
Yes.
So anyway, that is where we stand. Please pay attention to the radio for updated weather forecasts. We'll be putting information on our website. There's already information as news breaks. Some of the news that's going to be in our Saturday paper, which is really coming out Thursday, we have online already. So, be sure to check that out as well. You got it. James?
We've got a couple quick announcements I want to make. We talked about the YMCA basketball tournament earlier.
Yes.
But the YMCA also wants to announce that it is a warming center for these extreme colds.
Okay.
So it will be open Friday and Saturday as a warming center from 7:45 p.m. to 7:45 a.m. So if if your heat goes out or something like that. And also Colton Mayor Kim Milliken wanted to let us know that because of the cold temperatures, they are going to start trash pickup early. So if your trash is normally picked up on Friday, go ahead and put it out tonight, because they're going to get an early start to try to beat that cold weather.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Very good. Thank you, James. A couple of announcements.
You're welcome, Jennifer. So that all came from Jeremiah Schaefer. So thanks to Jeremiah for letting us know.
That's right.
Okay, and Jeremiah's actually off today, so we thank him for doing a little work.
Yeah, exactly.
A little work when he's supposed to be recreating.
That's right. All right. So tomorrow on the program, you're not going to believe this.
Mm-hmm.
The big guy himself is supposed to be here.
Santa. How did you get him on the 23rd?
So I'm going to be honest, Pete. I'm going to tell you how we got Santa on the 23rd.
Yeah.
I told Santa that here at Total Media, we had a certain newspaper editor that struggles a little bit with wrapping presents.
Yep.
And Santa agreed to come in tomorrow to show Pete Wilson how to properly wrap a Christmas present.
Tell you what,
is that not precious?
If it is instructional and I do not have to then demonstrate afterwards,
that is okay. He's going to give
I will watch.
He is going to give you a tutorial.
Okay. All right.
From the big man himself.
Okay. All right.
So if all of you have a request or a want from Santa, he will be here tomorrow, and Pete Wilson will learn how to wrap a present properly.
Yep. Okay. I will have to say that I do need that instruction.
We're excited.
Right. Okay. All right.
So look forward to tomorrow. Thank you, Pete, for spending your morning with us and letting us know about all the great things going on in the community. Thanks to our friends from the Y for stopping by. And we will be back here tomorrow with Santa.
All right. Well, very good.
So excited. So have a great day, everyone. Please check on your friends and neighbors overnight. If, maybe you have some elderly neighbors or something like that. Pets, make sure that they're warm. Make sure they have plenty of water and food to stay warm and shelter. So, all right. Have a great day.
All right.
We'll see you back here tomorrow with Santa. Bye.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
thetelegramnews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, thetelegramnews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
thetelegramnews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegramnews.com.
Check it out.